Hello everyone, and welcome to today's presentation. I'm excited to have you here as we explore the fascinating world of AI responses. On this first slide, you'll see the title, Providing Context for AI Responses. The subtitle, Data Structure Drives Intelligence, hints at the core idea we'll delve into today. Over the next few slides, we'll cover how data structures influence AI behavior and decision-making, and introduce ADollarClass Inc. as a case study. So let's get started and discover how effective data organization can enhance artificial intelligence. Let's take a closer look at the structure of high-context prompts. When we talk about high-context prompts, we're referring to those that include rich, detailed information, background, or specific instructions. These prompts provide the AI with a clearer picture of what we're aiming for, which helps generate more accurate and relevant responses. Now, structuring these prompts effectively is key. It involves organizing your information logically, emphasizing the most important details, and sometimes even setting the tone or style you want the AI to follow. This is crucial because, as we'll see throughout this presentation, well-structured prompts are the foundation for getting the best results from AI. They help bridge the gap between human intent and machine understanding, making your interactions more efficient and productive. So, understanding how to craft high-context prompts is a vital step in mastering AI prompt engineering, and it ties directly into the broader goal of leveraging AI more effectively in practical applications. Let's take a moment to talk about the context in AI prompts. When we refer to context, we're really talking about the background information or the setting that shapes how an AI understands and responds. This is a crucial element because the more relevant context we provide, the better the AI can generate accurate and useful responses. It's like giving it a roadmap rather than just a destination. Understanding the context helps to guide the AI's output, making sure it aligns with what we actually need. Whether it's a specific industry, a particular tone, or some background details, adding context makes the interaction much more effective. In the bigger picture of this presentation, grasping how to set the right context is key to crafting better prompts, and ultimately, getting more reliable and relevant results from AI systems. Vamos falar sobre importância de fornecer informações de contexto. Primeiro, e acute fundamental entender que a letra de mente e acute impossível. O AI só consegue processar o que qualquer realmente fornece, não suas intenções não ditas ou seu conhecimento de fundo. Por isso, o contexto e acute tudo. Ele molda a seta do AI. Quanto mais detalhes qualquer fornecer, mais preciso e personalizado será o resultado, alinhado às suas necessidades específicas. Isso ajuda a evitar respostas genéricas, que muitas vezes não são relevantes para a sua situação única. Além disso, incluir dados de apoio, como relatórios de vendas, perfis de usuários ou estudos de caso, permite que o AI gere insights basados em informações reais. Então, lembre-se, fornecer bom contexto e dados relevantes e acute-chave para obter respostas mais precisas, relevantes e úteis para o seu objetivo. Let's talk about the goals and objectives for crafting effective prompts. First, it's crucial to define a clear purpose. Think of it as setting the destination for your AI. What exactly do you want it to accomplish? Being specific here helps guide the AI to produce relevant and useful responses. Next, setting measurable outcomes is key. This means including metrics or specific deliverables that you expect in the AI's response. It keeps things concrete and gives you a way to evaluate success later on. Then, it's important to indicate the audience. Knowing who will receive and read the information allows the AI to adjust the tone and complexity accordingly, whether it's a technical team or a general audience. Finally, establishing the scope helps you clarify boundaries and limitations. By defining what's in and out of scope, you ensure the AI stays focused and produces more targeted outputs. All these steps, defining purpose, setting measurable outcomes, indicating the audience, and establishing scope, are about making your prompts more effective and aligned with your overall goals. Cuando hablamos de tono, audiencia y propósito, estamos cubriendo aspectos fundamentals para comunicar efectivamente. Primero, definir a tu audiência és clave. Necessitas saber quanes serão los receptors de tu contenido para ajustar el lenguage while a relevância de tu mensagem. Esto ayuda que tu comunicación sea más efectiva y connect mejor con quins te escuchan. Luego, estable serán propósito claro. Preguntate que quieres lograr con tu mensaje. Tener un objetivo definido te permite mantener el enfoque y que tus respuestas son más precisas y útiles. En cuanto al tono, debes elegir un estilo que encaje con tu audiencia y tus metas. Puede ser formal, casual o técnico. La elección adecuada asegura que tu mensaje sea entendido y bien recibido. Para facilitar esto, incluir ejemplos en tu contenido ayuda a demostrar el estilo y enfoque decidos, haciendo que la IA comprenda mejor qué tipo de respuesta buscas. En resumen, al definir quién eres, que quieres lograr y cómo quieres sonar, mejoras muchísimo la comunicación y el impacto de tu mensaje. When it comes to supporting data, using structured data formats like tables, lists, and bullet points is really effective. They help present clear and organized information that AI can process more easily. Keeping data brief and well-structured is also key, as it allows for optimal AI interpretation and quicker understanding. Including contextual information is equally important. Adding relevant background details helps shape the AI's understanding of your request, making responses more accurate and meaningful. And don't forget, combining multiple data sources, such as metrics, demographics, and goals, enables the AI to generate more intelligent and tailored responses that fit your specific needs. Overall, organizing your data thoughtfully not only improves AI processing, but also ensures your message is conveyed clearly and effectively. Let's talk about how using specific prompts can really make a difference. When we craft detailed prompts, it helps prevent generic outputs from AI, ensuring that the responses are precise and relevant to what we actually need. This emphasis on specificity is key because vague questions often lead to vague answers. Now, adding context takes this a step further. When I provide background information, the AI can generate personalized results that are tailored to my unique situation, rather than offering one-size-fits-all solutions. This makes the responses more useful and actionable. And speaking of actionable, clear background info guides the AI toward relevant recommendations that directly address my specific challenges. It's about making the solutions targeted and effective. Finally, when I give well-structured context, I ensure that the AI consistently produces high-quality, reliable responses. This consistency is crucial whenever I interact with AI, whether I'm troubleshooting, strategizing, or exploring new ideas. So overall, the key takeaway is that detailed, context-rich prompts lead to better, more personalized, and more reliable results, which aligns perfectly with our goal of leveraging AI effectively. Now, let's talk about structuring high-context prompts. This is a crucial part of designing effective prompts that can truly guide AI to produce better responses. When I say high context, I mean prompts that include enough background information, nuances, and subtle cues to help the AI understand the full picture. The key here is to be thorough, but keep it conversational. Think of it as having a clear but natural dialogue with the AI. By doing so, you ensure the model captures the right tone and intent. Highlighting the most important concepts is essential, like emphasizing the context you want the AI to focus on or the specific style you're aiming for. These details make a big difference in the output quality. And remember, structuring these prompts isn't just about individual elements. It's about connecting them to the overall theme of your project or conversation. Doing this creates consistency and helps the AI stay aligned with your goals. In essence, well-structured high-context prompts are the backbone of getting more accurate, relevant, and nuanced responses from AI. Let's talk about role and task specification. It's crucial to define AI's role clearly. When we specify exactly which expert the AI should emulate, we ensure that the responses are targeted and relevant. Next, Outlining specific tasks helps guide the AI on what to do with the information you provide, leading to more focused results. Combining the role and task into a clear instruction, like act as an expert in marketing. Do a market analysis, creates a powerful direction for the AI to generate relevant and useful outputs. It's important to avoid vague instructions. Saying, "Help me," is too broad. Instead, replace that with clear directives so the AI knows exactly what you need. This clarity not only improves the quality of the responses, but also streamlines the process, making your interactions more efficient. Overall, this approach aligns with our goal of making AI as helpful and precise as possible in supporting your work. Let's take a moment to consider the background context for our project. It's important to include relevant background information that helps us understand the full picture. By providing these details, we set the stage for our analysis and ensure everyone is on the same page. Additionally, we need to clarify our business goals. For example, aiming to reduce customer churn by 15% gives a clear target for our strategies. Setting specific objectives like this helps shape our approach and guides our recommendations. It's also crucial to define our target audience. Knowing the demographics we're focusing on allows us to tailor our solutions effectively. Whether it's age groups, geographic locations, or customer segments, understanding who we're addressing makes our efforts more impactful. Finally, structuring our data neatly is key. Organizing information in bullet points, tables, or clear paragraphs makes it easier for AI systems, and for us, to process and analyze the data efficiently. By keeping these points in mind, we create a strong foundation that aligns with the overall theme of our presentation and sets us up for success. Thank you for your attention so far. Now, let's look at the output format requirements. It's really important to specify the tone, length, structure, and language style for your responses. This helps ensure that the information I provide is tailored to your needs. For example, a friendly tone, concise length, clear structure, and simple language make the content more engaging and easier to understand. By giving me clear formatting instructions, you make it easier for me to deliver professional and useful outputs. When you guide the format, I can create responses that fit perfectly with your presentation style and goals. So, in summary, specifying your output format helps improve the quality and relevance of the content I generate for you. When preparing your presentation, it's crucial to set a clear tone or audience guidance. This means deciding whether your language should be formal or casual, depending on who you're speaking to. For example, a corporate audience might expect a more formal tone, while a community group could respond better to a friendly, approachable style. Next, consider your target audience. That's who will be receiving your message. Knowing their background, interests, and level of familiarity with the topic helps you craft a message that resonates and feels appropriate. Including voice preferences is also important. Think about whether you want to sound authoritative and confident, friendly and welcoming, or technical and precise. This choice influences how your audience perceives and engages with your content. Finally, be mindful of cultural context. Regional considerations matter, as they help avoid misunderstandings or unintended references that might not resonate or could even offend. Being culturally aware ensures your message is respectful and universally understandable. All of these elements, tone, audience, voice, and cultural context, work together to create a presentation that is not only clear and engaging, but also respectful and tailored to your listeners. This alignment helps reinforce your overall message and makes your communication more effective. When it comes to organized data presentation, the key is to create a clear data structure. This means organizing information in a way that's easy for AI to process, like using tables, lists, or bullet points. Keeping things brief and organized is essential so that the data remains concise and well-structured, allowing AI to understand how different pieces of information relate to each other. Another important aspect is incorporating multiple data sources. By layering different types of information, we give AI a more comprehensive context, which helps generate more intelligent and accurate responses. Finally, breaking complex information into digestible sections makes it easier for AI to analyze and process. Smaller, organized segments improve overall understanding, ensuring that the AI can handle intricate details effectively. Altogether, these strategies help us present data in a way that enhances AI's ability to interpret and respond accurately, supporting the overall goal of smarter, more efficient data utilization. Let's talk about how adding specific targets can really sharpen our strategic focus. For example, setting measurable goals like reduce churn by 15% helps us define clear outcomes and track progress effectively. Next, it's crucial to define our audience clearly. By specifying demographics such as female entrepreneurs aged 25 to 35, we ensure that our responses and strategies are highly targeted and relevant. Another important aspect is setting the brand tone. When we request style guidelines, say, mimic Apple's brand tone, we create consistency in our messaging, which strengthens our brand identity. Finally, shaping the strategic direction is essential. Providing business context guides our AI to offer solutions that are aligned with our overall company objectives. All of these elements, targets, audience, tone, and context, work together to ensure our strategies are focused, relevant, and effective. Now, let's take a look at some practical applications of what we've discussed. On this slide, we're focusing on how these concepts can be applied in real-world scenarios. First, understanding the key points is essential because it allows us to translate theory into practice effectively. For example, if we're talking about a new process or technology, knowing how it fits into everyday operations can make a huge difference. Highlighting the most important concepts helps us prioritize and focus on what truly matters in implementation. And as we connect these points to the overall theme of the presentation, it becomes clear how everything interrelates. This isn't just about theory, it's about making a tangible impact in our work or organization. So, keep these practical insights in mind as we move forward, because applying them thoughtfully is what leads to real success. Let's take a look at the marketing analysis case study. First, we have an overview of campaign metrics, which include CTR, open rate, and bounce rate data. These metrics give us a solid baseline to understand how the campaign is performing and identify areas for improvement. Next, focusing on our target audience, specifically Gen Z, it's clear that we need messaging strategies tailored to their unique preferences. Connecting with this demographic requires a nuanced approach to ensure our messaging resonates. Our goal-oriented approach emphasizes increasing sign-ups, and this objective shapes our strategic recommendations and the metrics we use to measure success. Finally, leveraging AI-driven insights allows us to dive deeper into the data. Through this analysis, we've pinpointed weaknesses in our CTR and identified potential misalignments with our audience. Addressing these issues promptly is crucial for optimizing campaign effectiveness and achieving our overall goals. Now, let's look at the resume review use case in action. Imagine I'm acting as a recruiter, and I'm analyzing a resume to identify areas for improvement. The resume includes key information like the candidate's name, work experience, skills, and a summary statement, all of which are provided for AI analysis. It's important to include this context because it helps the AI understand the specific field and experience level of the candidate. This way, the advice it offers will be more precise and relevant. The AI then offers targeted feedback based on industry standards and the requirements of the position. This ensures that the suggestions are not generic, but tailored to help the candidate stand out in their specific field. Overall, this process highlights how tailored resume reviews can be, ensuring that candidates receive advice that truly enhances their chances in the job market. Let's take a closer look at the onboarding process design. First, it's crucial to have clear role assignments. This means defining exactly who is responsible for what, especially when it comes to onboarding remote sales team members. We need to specify the responsibilities of our HR experts so they can effectively guide new hires through the process from start to finish. Next, platform integration plays a vital role. Incorporating tools like Slack and Notion into the onboarding journey helps streamline communication and information sharing. Over the 2-week onboarding period, these platforms become our glue, keeping everyone connected and informed. Now, culture prioritization is especially important, even in a remote setting. Embedding our company values into onboarding activities ensures that new team members not only learn what we do, but also understand who we are. This helps foster a strong cultural alignment early on. Finally, we need to address remote-specific elements. Designing virtual touchpoints that overcome the challenges of distance is key. These could be interactive video sessions, virtual coffee chats, or online team-building activities, anything that helps new hires feel connected and engaged despite the physical distance. Overall, this approach ensures a comprehensive, engaging, and culturally aligned onboarding experience tailored specifically for our remote sales staff. When we talk about layering multiple data sources, the idea is to combine diverse information to get a more complete picture. This means bringing together different types of data like client bios, performance metrics, goals, and demographics. By doing this, we create a comprehensive context that helps us understand the situation better. But just collecting data isn't enough. Structure really matters. Organizing the data clearly makes it easier for AI and us to process and interpret the information effectively. Think of it as building a well-organized file cabinet rather than a jumble of papers. Another key point is quality over quantity. It's tempting to include as much data as possible, but relevance is what counts. Providing the right, pertinent data prevents overwhelming ourselves and the AI, leading to more accurate insights. This layered approach is all about building context gradually. By adding complementary data sources step by step, we enable more intelligent, nuanced responses. It's like assembling a puzzle. Each piece adds to the bigger picture, making our analysis sharper and more insightful. Ultimately, this method aligns perfectly with our goal of leveraging data smartly to enhance decision-making and deliver better outcomes. Let's talk about some common mistakes to avoid when working with AI. One major pitfall is having unclear objectives, like simply saying, "Make it better." Without specific goals, AI can't deliver results that are actionable or truly useful. It's important to define exactly what you want to achieve. Another mistake is not providing enough information about your target audience. If the AI doesn't know who you're speaking to, it can't tailor the tone, complexity, or relevance of the content. Also, dumping raw information without organizing, it makes it harder for the AI to extract meaningful insights. Think of it like giving it a jumbled puzzle rather than a clear picture. And finally, failing to specify the desired output format, whether it's slides, an email, or a tweet, means you often end up with content that needs extensive reformatting afterward. So, to summarize, avoid vague goals, don't skip defining your audience, organize your data clearly, and specify the output format up front. Keeping these points in mind will help you get the most out of AI and make your projects smoother and more effective. Now, let's talk about how to guide your format effectively. First, it's important to set a clear guide for the format. This helps keep your presentation consistent and professional. Think about specifying the tone you want, friendly in this case, to make your audience feel more connected. Next, consider the length of your content. Keep it concise but informative. Aim for enough detail to cover the key points without overwhelming your listeners. Structure is also crucial. Use headers and bullet points when appropriate to organize your information clearly and make it easier for your audience to follow along. Remember, the goal here is to explain these guidance techniques thoroughly, but in a conversational, approachable way. Highlight the most important concepts, like consistency, clarity, and engagement, and connect them back to your overall presentation theme, which is about effective communication. By doing this, you'll ensure your message is not only clear, but also engaging and memorable. Thanks. I really appreciate your time and attention today. I hope this presentation has given you useful insights and a clearer understanding of the key concepts we've discussed. Remember, the ideas we explored are all about making informed decisions and driving positive change in our work and beyond. If you have any questions or want to discuss further, please feel free to reach out. Thanks again for being such an engaged audience.